Hello guys, it's Sinnz here, and I'm pretty much showing you guys the Four Kings fight. Um, of course, as you might notice, this might be a pretty lengthy video. I apologize for that, but the beginning I did put it up to 8 times speed, and I'm just kind of going to explain what was wrong here. For one, what was wrong was I was using Power Within with Havels on the Four Kings. So I wouldn't recommend doing Havels. I have seen mixed opinions on utilizing the Havel set for Soul Level 1, but in my personal experience, you spend too much time getting hit and chugging than you do anything else, and you can't really avoid the grab or anything like that. And I noticed that he typically only grabs when you're like right in front of his face. So, and being Havel, yeah, you can probably rotate to his left and it'll probably work, but at the time I didn't know that you had to rotate to his left because I never actually had to fight him. Of course, I decided Havel was not the play, and ultimately just decided to learn and, well, try and fight him. Because I was one of those people that just tank Havel during a normal playthrough. I've never actually had to sit down and, genuinely fight him. So it was a bit weird having to adjust and do that. Now in this, as you can see, I switched back to normal speed just because I wanted to show you. So this is me trying to genuinely attempt to fight him. As you can see, not hug, even with me hugging his left side, my rolls were too slow, and I could not roll away, and I instantly get grabbed and died. That attack happened a lot to me. Pretty much just a rule of thumb. The windup is when he twists. If you see him twist, or if you see him like about to look like he's about to scream, just run away. Just don't be like me and not do anything. Of course, this game's over 10 years old, so probably everybody knows that, but I never did because, well, I tanked so much. So, but yeah, so around this time I was getting real annoyed. So what I did was, since I never fought him, I looked up a guide. Oh gosh. In both of my Soul Level 1 runs that I've done, I have looked up guides like mid-run because I don't have notes or anything like that. I wasn't that committed to the run. It was more so of me just kind of like doing it just to say I did it kind of thing. But in Dark Souls 1, it was definitely more difficult because, well, in Dark Souls 1, you can just tank through enemies a lot. Like a lot of bosses, you can just tank through. And especially when you're like me, yeah. I tank a lot in Dark Souls. So, because it's really the only Souls game you can do that in. So now, having that stripped from me, I actually had to learn boss patterns and moves and everything. And, and I think that really, helped. Just like in Dark Souls 2, it made me play the game in a very different light. Because in Dark Souls 2, I never really did melee builds. But I winded up loving melee builds. And of course, here in Dark Souls 1, I've never really done like a agile, fast boy build. I've always done I wear Havels and swing big sword kind of deal. But so I just ultimately decided, well, Havel needs to go down. Not Havel. Four Kings. Okay, I'm sorry. But the Four Kings needed to go down. And so just the general run through Norlando. And I think that's what made this so bad. Like the Four Kings fight wasn't the fact that like it was the Four Kings itself. Because I wouldn't mind dying if I was right there at the boss gate. But the thing was, I had to run through a whole slew of enemies. It's kind of like the same reason why I hate the Bed of Chaos. Is for this reason. So of course there's not that much here to say, you just see me running. I do recommend running on that outer edge, because the ghost, if you don't run on that outer edge, can have a chance to grab you. And the whole thing is, you want to utilize all of your Estus for this fight. So you're going to be going in with 19, but if you're good at the game, you don't have to worry about healing. So, but I do recommend healing because the Four Kings do an absurd amount of damage. And every time you run through the Slug Monster and the Dark Wraith, run the way I did, because if you try and squeeze in between the Dark Wraith, sometimes you can do it, but other times you cannot. And as you see there, you must also immediately get away from the fog gate. Because collision doesn't exist in Dark Souls, so. But yeah, that platform right there, never jump off of those. I learned that the hard way in several of my playthroughs, because you will hit another platform and die before you can even get to the boss fight, and trust me, that sucks. But yeah, of course my weapon setup is a reinforced lightning club +4, and then ascended pyro flame. 9 times out of 10, it's like +5, because I did utilize the soul glitch to where you get a crap ton of souls. If it's your first ever soul level 1 run, and you really just kind of want to try it out, then I don't see anything wrong with it. But I am going to restart my soul level 1 run to include DLC with no glitches next time. As you can see, I still got hit with the grab attack, like, out the gate. But as you can tell with my combustion, I do so much damage that, you know. But as you can see here, and just circling his left side has really helped. I mean, I still got hit quite a bit, but, you know. I was so happy. See, now that was just BS. But yeah. So, I would have loved to do this fight at like a bit of a distance, but they do more damage the further they are. So I was like, yeah, I can't really rely on that. Of course, the first two had me terrified, especially this one because I was getting hit a lot on this one, and I kind of risked it all there trying to go on and finish them out. Now the third one was a pain in the ass because he actually used his magic attack. The thing is with that magic attack is it will follow you, and I didn't want to quit out because I was so close to killing him, so I just decided to deal with it. The magic attack just continuously follows you until it hits you, or hits something, I suppose. So, yeah, but if you keep rotating, yeah, you might be fine. And after you kill him, the magic attack does go away, so you don't have to worry about it. And at this point, with the damage I was doing, since I was doing it on time, I only fought 4 kings, not the 5 kings. But you got like 45-second intervals in between when they come in. So of course the last one you don't even have to kill because of how the HP bar is. So it's more so of like, as you can see by the HP bar, like I think one more done him in. No, yeah, just 3. So I hit him 3 times, didn't even actually take down his personal HP bar. But I skipped a cutscene because I was mad. And well, I finished. Finished the 4 kings. So, just piggyback offing of the last commentary. So in this video, as you can tell by the title, it's also unlocking the shortcut in Izalith. So yeah, I ultimately decided just to unlock the shortcut. So to do that, first you have to enter the Covenant, obviously, and of course, since I already utilized the glitch for the souls, I figured I would just utilize the glitch for humanities. However, this would wind up screwing me because when you do the glitch, you wind up using all of that, like, available item. So, for example, with humanity, you can get up to 99 humanity just from 1, but if you use 24 different humanities to do it, well, you're done. And it sucks, because even then I only needed, like, 6 more, but could have farmed that, but yeah, I was lazy, so I decided to do the dupe glitch. So, of course, the dupe glitch, you can look up many videos on it, but the whole idea is the item you want to duplicate, you put all the way at the top of your list. You go over the brightness, you hit X and R1 at the same time. When your screen's overlay, you hit down and right on the D-pad at the same time to get over OK. You hit right one more time at default, click X, and it works. But you can look up guides on that. I'm not really doing a guide on that. So I ended up giving everything to this Covenant, and actually got like the max rewards that you can get from doing it. I thought the shortcut was over here, but that was just me forgetting where the shortcut was. So I'm gonna take a sip of coffee because it's in the morning. That's good coffee. But yeah, I had to remember where the shortcut actually was, because I kind of knew where it was. And I thought, like, he would sell something different, but I guess not. Whew. So, after that, I checked for my humanities, realized they were all gone. I was like, oh boy, I really hope I don't need humanities. But you can go to the depths and farm them, and it's a warpable bonfire, so you should be fine. Now, this is about to speed up to 8 times. This is just me running through Demon Ruins. I was not going to make everybody watch that, so this is getting this 19-second clip of me just blitzing through. Always rest at bonfires for safety until level 1. Don't care about the consequences. So as you see, I hook a right, and boom, there's the door. And of course I did this for another reason. I did this for the sunlight maggot, because after you kill all of them, you get a guaranteed drop of one. So that's just what I decided to do. Of course I was very perplexed at first, because I thought I was supposed to get one. But you know, I didn't. And I was like, that's very bizarre. I thought one would drop one. So I went back to go check it, and of course, the first thing that catched my eye was that orange thing over there, you know, the color of guaranteed drops. So I just went over there and picked it up, and I was going to go to the catacombs after this. But I figured I'm just going to show, like, the full attempt while I'm here. Sorry about that. Because I also decided to go try my hand at the Bed of Chaos. But, of course, I never came to Izalith this way before, so this was totally new to me, so I was just watching it, because down there's where you typically go. And I will say about that Titanite demon right there, while I have used a shortcut, like, several times during my run, he only killed me one time, and when he did it, I was so shook. I was like, whoa, what? Like, he will kill you. And it sucks. Of course, you can see I'm using the Jagged Ghost Blade here. I do switch between that and the Reinforced Club, like, pretty frequently. Just because the Jagged Ghost Blade is... It's a decent weapon for bleed. But, of course, in the later game, since the Great Lords are immune to bleed, it's not really that good of a weapon. To me, it's better on the early game bosses. So, pretty much any boss before Smo and Ornstein, I would recommend using the Jagged Ghost Blade if you have it. Because those bosses aren't immune to bleed. And to my knowledge, they're not immune to bleed. So, I don't have to worry about that. And bleed does rip through HP, especially when it's like 30%. I debated fighting her, but I would go back later and, you know, rock her shit in. Because I've died to her so many times in previous runs. And, yeah, I thought about my decision for a minute there and really wanted to go back, but I was like, nah, I could just attempt it, I guess. And it was actually a pretty decent attempt. I managed to hit one appendage. Of course, at the time, the glitch was not, you know, in my brain to try and perform, so I just genuinely tried to fight her legit. Which, of course, you will die a lot when you do that, but it's just the nature of the game. Trying to clear my throat again. Yeah, I didn't know what to hit. Thought I was hitting it, but finally did it. I was like, cool. Totally forgot the floor crumbles, and well, that's how the cookie crumbles, and I died. Anyway, that's all the stuff that everybody missed because I just played ahead without streaming. I hope this commentary was interesting to watch at least, and you got to kind of see what I was doing, so that way, you know, it's not like I'm just not being consistent with the run. I do got another video on Duke's Archive that's going to be coming up soon, so adios.